What's up guys, how's it going? My name is Lost and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. And in this video I want to touch on something that I was constantly asked a lot in my Sephiroth EX Kai video and my pull video as well. And basically it's these two medals right here. Sephiroth EX Kai, the actual medal itself that you can actually use, and the Awakening medal of Sephiroth EX Kai. Now, I got a lot of questions or a lot of comments saying that, you know, like, oh, is this a merciful medal? No, it's not. In a way, if people don't really catch that immediately, it might, some people might fall for the actual bait-ish, if you want to call it that, you know, thinking that, oh, it's a 5 mercy pull and it's an EX medal. Freaking fantastic. No, this is just for every 5 pulls in that specific Sephiroth EX Kai banner. Every 5 pulls basically gives you the Awakening medal. But the EX medal is basically, you know, if you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't, you don't. But the thing is though, with this Awakening medal right here, you can't do anything with it. And this is why. The cost is 999 and we can only lower it by 20. So that's not going to, I mean, you can't use that medal. Plus the multipliers is a 1.0, it's a 1 gauge and whatnot. So a lot of people might fall for, you know, this little trick. I mean, it's not really a little trick. It was explained last week when they first started doing this with HD Aqua, Terra, and Ventus EX, where, oh, and also Illustrated Riku EX, where you had the chance of pulling the Awakening of that specific medal. Now, the Awakening medals, what they do, let's go ahead and click on Sephiroth. Badass tier 8, first tier 8 Sephiroth. Now, say before, if you wanted to trade a medal, you had to pull multiple copies of Sephiroth or just any medal that you are trying to, you know, put on traits on. With the Awakening medal, it's basically, it's a trait reroll. You know, you can reroll traits on what you already have in the medal, or you can add on a fresh new trait, which is pretty sweet. And it's really, I think it's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It's a good thing in a way because you're able to trait, you know, EX medals, and especially with a 5 mercy pull, if you're really trying to chase traits for all of those players that want to actually get good traits on the medals, you know, this is going to help them a lot. It's going to save them a lot of jewels. If this banner was a falling price here, I'd probably pull another 5 or 10 just to see if I get lucky with traits. But seeing as my last previous you know, pulls was pretty bad, I decided not to. But as you guys can see here, once I unlock the Awakening medal, and I apologize for the video going a little slow, I'm not sure what's going on, but you see that Sephiroth does not have any traits right now. It's completely clean. But if I throw this in there, I have the chance to reroll a trait, and also I have the ability to guild this medal. Again, this medal, you can't use this medal at all. It's just giving you a chance to get a trait on whatever medal it is that you're trying to get it onto. Now, my buddy of mine, Roboloid, who does our JP translations, he basically explained it a little bit more better. One thing for sure is that the pet points for the Awakening medals, for the black and white medals, are 15 pet points. Now, it might change later on, but it's not going to be like the 80 pet points that Sephiroth EX Kai, the actual medal itself, will give. They have a high cost that prevents the slot placement, which you guys saw right there was the 999 cost. If you equip it in the pet slot or as a friend, you can equip it, but you won't be able to fire off the original special attack. So basically that's just saying that the medal is pretty much useless unless you're going for traits on the actual medal of that Awakening medal. Trait medals and the originals have the same album slot. If there's ever a high score challenge that, and this is very convenient, if there's ever a high school challenge that involves the original medal as a % booster, then the respective trait medal will also act as a % booster. So if I wanted to, I can share this medal and all of my party members will get a 21% booster. You know, if they are just relying on their setups with the whole Keyblade and the pet slot and they don't need the friend, medal, they just want to use it for the extra 21% for any future high score challenges, this right here would help them a lot. So in a way, you know, a lot of parties might, if they want to play nice, they could have people, you know, pull on it. They could make alternate account on it and have them pull so that, you know, that medal can be in the party, so that actual party members that play the game can use the alternate accounts medal. So in a way, when it comes to that, it might be kind of broken, but at the same time it's not, because of course you have to finish the high score challenge. You know, you have to get the most points possible, you know, whatever setups it is you're using, whatever medals, etc, etc. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what the Awakening medal is, what it is, what their function is, and what they actually use for. In my opinion, I think for any player that are trying to go for traits, I think it's pretty awesome that they bought this into the game. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out in NA, but you know that there's always gonna be that small little group that's gonna be complaining like, oh, this is gonna be overpowered, or the whales, or the people who buy, you know, VIP or etc are going to you know, be far away from the free-to-play players. But let's just hope that NA, Square Enix and NA, that they actually keep the 5 mercy pool that JP is doing, because that would honestly help a lot of players to make the right decisions on whether to pull for an actual medal, for an actual EX medal, because so far it's just been EX medals. But it'll make them, you know, think like, should I pull for it or should I not? Should I go for an EX medal and, you know, in between those like 5 pulls, hopefully get the Awakening medal of that EX medal? So there's a lot of ups and downs about it, but at the same time, for just like any player in general, I don't care if you're free to play, cheap to play, whale, ocean, whatever, I feel like this could potentially help a lot of players. But of course, there's always going to be the negatives to anything new that comes into this game. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video right there. I wanted to explain to you guys what the gray medal, the Awakening medal, does. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if this really helped you out and you would like to see more future KHUx content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that love and support that you guys have been giving me, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.